What's happening, guys? Safety Liner C2 here. Flatsville, the 2000 AmTran International. Yeah, just realized that there's different sounds here, but, you know, what can I do about that? Anyway, let's get going. Yeah, how are you guys? Hope you are having a fantastic day. Here to entertain you with what's been going on. I put up a video that should have gone up before this. I hope it's gone up before this, or it'll be coming out shortly after this, just depending on whenever I get to uploading these videos and scheduling them out. But I haven't done a video in a while where I just sit and talk, you know, or any video for that fact. It's because really just every year I just have to take just kind of a break, you know, just chill out, because it does get tiring having to upload videos and create new content and all that stuff. So thankfully I've had enough videos to where I can schedule them out and blah blah blah. But yeah, and I mean, work has really taken over. 40 hours a week is, you know, crazy, and I'm certainly spending a lot of time doing that, and then I get, you know, pretty much 4 hours at home to, you know, do whatever, and, you know, videos don't necessarily come first, because, you know, if you watch that vlog that I did a couple weeks back, you know, I have meetings, I have, you know, just need to sit and relax, or, you know, so, you know, screw it, we're going straight. But yeah, so what's been going on? Just a lot of work. I mean, I've been getting kind of trained. Just been sitting at the office most of the time, and it gets, you know, kind of boring at times, but, you know, that's the point of work. It's not supposed to necessarily be fun. It's supposed to be there to get something done and to ultimately get paid for it. But anyway, on a more light note, been having some fairly decent meetings, at least all those scout meetings. For example, last night I had turned into a 3-hour meeting. Really it was 2.5 hours, but yeah, no, that's because we started 30 minutes late. Yeah. For those of you who remember earlier in the year, whenever they chose me to run this whole big camp, which was absolutely insane, but, you know, kind of a blessing in disguise at the same time. I got invited back to serve as, you know, kind of like a key staff almost. So we had a planning meeting, just going over the basics of, you know, what are we doing there, what are we, you know, blah 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 blah, so that it doesn't turn out like last year's where I ran it and had 10 days to put it all together and hope that it was going to be good. But this year, we're really going all out. You know, there's so much stuff that, you know, we're incorporating this year that I really wish we could have done last year, but, you know, 10 days is not enough time to pull it off. And if you go back and watch that video where I talk all about that and, you know, what I have to do and, you know, how I got it, you know, I was so stressed out, and thankfully I'm only currently in charge of, you know, 2 things, so, and those are 2 things that are, you know, things that I can handle, so, and I get help on one of them from one of my other good friends, so that's always good too. Let's see what else has been going on. And I've been teaching a couple trainings recently. Going back to that vlog, I taught a training there. I got to teach another one, which was very interesting. There's a program in Scouts called Adventuring, and it's a co-ed program. It's kind of like a older version of Boy Scouts, you know, for the older ones. Like I said, it's also co-ed, so, you know, it can be all boys, it can be all girls, it can be a mix. And there was a new venture crew. A crew is what we call them. And there was a new crew, and I kind of knew the guy in charge. I worked with him very, very briefly before. So I saw him at one of our other meetings. I just am full of meetings, aren't I? But I saw him at one of our other meetings, and he came up to me and said, "Hey, can you come out and teach this training?" And I said, sure, I'll be more than happy to, let me know a time and a place, and I'll be out there. So he gave me a time and a place, and I had completely forgotten that it was an all-girl crew. The thing about this was none of them had any experience in scouting, or in my particular case, leadership, which is what I go out there and teach. So, this was really a bare bones, I really have to beef this up, and, because with these other presentations that I go out and do, they're all the same thing, but most of the time I'm just able to kind of, skim over most of the topics, because everyone has a general idea of, what I'm talking about. But these ladies had absolutely no clue what I was saying. So I really had to, this was a change for me, which is good, because I've never done anything like that, never gone out to a completely new, actually, I take that back, I did years ago, and they're going all out too, and the great thing about this training was they were so excited. They were, I could tell that they were actually really excited and wanted to be involved in this program, which is good, as I'm pretty much the youth in charge of this little side in our local area, and to see that myself, and just as a scout person in general, that really excited me, to see people genuinely excited. And they had their calendar upcoming yearly annual planning thing, and they had tons of ideas of everything that they wanted to do. And I wanted to step in and say, hey, I don't know if you'd be able to do this because blah 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 blah. But in that case, they don't learn that. They're never going to learn what they can and cannot do if I'm saying, I had a good idea. But went really, really well, and I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't know. Let's see, just lots of meetings, trying to think of what's been going on in the past 3 weeks or a month. I don't know when the last time I actually just sat down and talked was, I really don't know when that was, and I'm trying to think of stuff that has happened, since then. I've been having so many of these scouting meetings, and, trying to get a bunch of stuff together. I don't know. So it's Labor Day weekend, which means that I get work off on Monday, which is very, very much needed. Today's Thursday, so I'm looking forward to the long weekend. I don't have any plans. Just need to sit and relax. I'll be over at my dad's. So let's see, what do I need to do? I have a meeting on Thursday, which I need to kind of get together, but I already got most of that done, so it's just, you know, kind of finalizing the notes of stuff that I need to go over and, you know, stuff like that. But for the most part, that is pretty much done, which is good, which means that I can probably work on the Thursday after that's meeting. Which, yeah, I haven't started on that. Take that back, I actually have a ceremony coming up. Y'all know that I go out and do those ceremonies for stuff, and I have one of those coming up, and I have to start memorizing my lines. So I've already got like 4 paragraphs down, but, you know, or I did last week, and I probably don't anymore. But I need to go out there and, you know, practice my lines. I have like 7 paragraphs. 4 of them are all together at the beginning, and then 3 of them are just kind of here and there. So those last 3 are the ones that I really need to kind of focus on. So that's coming up in a few weeks. I'm really excited for that. Going out there. Y'all know that I also do that camp in June, and I enjoy working with the kids. You know, it's a lot of fun going out there and teaching them stuff. And, you know, I always get the kids every year at this camp that comes up in September. They're like, "Hey, you were that guy who did it in June." Yeah, that's me. Yeah, and then, you know, we'll sit and we'll talk for a little bit. It's nice. It's nice to know that people remember, and, you know, they'll say, you know, "Oh, I really liked this," or, you know, blah, blah, blah. So that'll be good to go out and interact with them, see how many people recognize me. I think I'm going to have to keep like a tally. Yeah, we'll keep a tally of how many people recognize me. I think this year my group had 80 kids. So we'll see how many of them recognize me. They're estimating like probably double that, or 200, somewhere around there. I don't know. Because I asked for a number, like a brief estimate on how many people are coming out there, so I could prepare some other things, but I never got anything back. So, yeah, you know. Yeah, but probably 150 or so out there, so, you know, if even half of them, or half of the half recognize me, just come up, even just saying hi, you know, it's just a nice thing, yeah. Am I being too needy? Like, I think I am. No, chill out, camera. Come on. So what are we at on this video? Yeah, 15 minutes, okay. And that, my friends, is my brother coming into my room. So we're just gonna have that. Oh, oops. I totally had a different web page, or a different thing open. Yeah, let's see what else. I had to help my brothers with their homework, which was a pain. They're doing algebra. Like, you know, algebra is easy, but then once you start getting into all the complex stuff, which is what they're getting into, then it starts getting a little more hard. It starts getting a little bit harder, and that's where they came to me. They're like, Cameron, we need your help, and I'm just like, yeah, guys, it's been a couple years since I've done that. You know, I'll try and help you, but good luck. We'll use Wolfram Alpha. You know, and speaking of school, during these meetings, like last night's meeting, we were trying to plan another date for the next meeting, and we had mentioned September 29th, I think it was, which was a Thursday, and one of the guys there said, I can't, I'm obligated to be at a band thing for insert high school name here, which was my high school. And it's weird to think that, you know, yeah, I'm out of high school, but I don't know. Just that, you know, this is that was a program that I was involved with for many years, and to really kind of, you know, set that aside, I'll occasionally pull out my trumpet and play it every now and then. I'll help my brother out, try and teach him a thing or two while he learns how to play it also. Or, you know, just play it just because. You know, it's weird. Just a weird feeling like, oh my gosh, you know, all these other people are going through it now. And you know, some people are always. There's one person, Ashley, I think her name is. She's always commenting on my videos. I think she's a freshman. And she's like, you know, what's your favorite part about high school? Or what did you enjoy most about it? And stuff like that. And one time I'd mentioned this to, you know, her and probably a couple other people that high school really does fly by. And that once you're out, you'll want to go back, you know. And it's true. High school, you know, you hear it all the time from these people whenever you're in high school. And only until senior year, you're just kind of like, okay, whatever. And then, you know, it's just over just like that. You know? So if you're starting off in high school, you know, freshman, sophomore, junior, then, you know, really appreciate that. And then senior, first off, class of 2015, and win. And, my gosh, it's going to fly by. Just felt like I could mention that. Also, you know, a couple of days ago, I drove by and saw the band out practicing, and I was heading to one of my meetings, so I couldn't stop by. But you know, just even to, you know, I'm trying to think of when I could just stop by and thank those directors, because you know they really did have an impact on me. But I just don't have much time to the point where I can go out there and, you know, hey, thanks, you know. Like I said, I always try and keep myself busy. I'd much rather have something to do than absolutely nothing to do. Which this weekend I'm going to have nothing to do. But I'll make sure that I keep myself busy somehow. See, it's 10:30. I'm gonna try and get another video recorded, just depending on how long this one is. This one is 19 minutes. 20-minute video, that's not too bad. Record another couple minutes and then get another video. I have a whole nother topic, 2 topics that I want to talk about, which should take up a whole video. This one was just kind of just in general, here's what's been going on. Work, scouts. That's pretty much my life now, and I'm kind of enjoying it that way. So I also have to figure out what else I'm gonna use next video. It was already hard enough to choose what I'm gonna use this video, but then I was like, oh yeah, I just got this AmTran just a couple days ago. Might as well get a video out with that. Don't forget that there is a video request form linked down below. I think I'm gonna scroll through that and maybe go on a download just some random terrain. See what let's go and explore. Come over here, we'll park and we'll wrap up this video. So we're just gonna make it easy. We're gonna park right here. Oh gosh, I can only imagine how hard if this was real in order to get out right there. Yeah, you can go around like that. Maybe that's just me. Alright, that's pretty much it. I best get starting to record this other video here in a few. So yeah guys, that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe right down here. It's magical right button that says you are now subscribed to Safety Liner C2. Make sure you comment up here, down here, over here, or over here. I don't know where they put it down here. They put it. Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up, or you're going to have lots of meetings like me. And make sure you also share this video with a friend. Show it to your mom, share it to your dad, show it to a guy on a random street. I don't care, don't get raped. So yeah guys, that is pretty much it, and thanks for watching.